Hey everyone, it's Patrick Britz, and here's your SAC Daily Dose for Wednesday, May 16, 2018. Yes, I did just have to look to make sure I knew what date it was. Here's what's happening today. First up, yesterday, Katie Tomasoni of Tusculum and Jackson Bailey of Lenoir-Rhyne were named SAC Scholar Athletes of the Year for men's and women's and men's golf, respectively. The South Atlantic Conference Scholar Athlete of the Year award is presented annually to one student athlete in each of our championship sports and is voted on by the Faculty Athletic Representatives Committee. Winners are selected based on their achievements in academics, athletics, and service and leadership. Tomasoni is a junior from Mason, Ohio, and boasted a 77.43 stroke average this year, which was good enough for honorable mention all-conference and helped lead the Pioneers to 8 top 10 finishes, including medalist at the Dibble Classic, third at the Leanne Noble Memorial, and she finished 7th at the SAC Championship, earning her a spot on the all-tournament second team. She has a 3.78 grade point average in sport management at Tusculum and has been named to the Dean's List AD Honor Roll at Tusculum and the SAC Commissioner's Honor Roll 3 times. Tomasoni is very active in the community. She's vice president of the Tusculum Student Athlete Advisory Committee, and she volunteers at the Greenville Animal Shelter and for the First Tee program at a local country club in Greenville. Bailey earns the Men's Golf Scholar Athlete of the Year award for the second consecutive year. He's a senior from Matthews, North Carolina, and posted a stroke average of 76 in 22 rounds this past year. He helped lead the Bears to a title at the J. Ralph Hargett Memorial and a second-place finish at the Richard Randleman Intercollegiate. He has a 3.72 GPA in finance at Lenoir-Rhyne and has been named to the Dean's List there 7 times and is a 4-time member of the SAC Commissioner's Honor Roll. He was the team captain the past 3 seasons and also served on the Lenoir-Rhyne Student Athlete Advisory Committee. He's an RA, in one of the dorms on campus and works as a tennis instructor and maintenance assistant at Weddington Swim and Racquet Club in his hometown of Matthews. Congratulations to both Katie and Jackson. The men's and women's track Scholar Athletes of the Year will be announced today, and men's and women's tennis will be announced tomorrow. Next up, speaking of track, the U.S. Track and Field and Cross Country Coaches Association announced its all-region honorees for the 2018 outdoor season, and the SAC has 70 selections, 37 men and 33 women. If you go by events and not individuals, we had 50 each for both men and women because some of the individuals were honored for more than one event. The top 5 individuals in each event from each region earn the distinction in addition to the members of the region's top 3 relay teams. The list is too lengthy to just sit here and read to you, but it will be posted in the show notes for this. As a reminder, the Division II National Outdoor Track Meet is scheduled to begin in 8 days in Charlotte at the Irwin Belk Complex on the campus of J.C. Smith University. And late last night, the qualifiers for the meet were selected and announced, and we will be posting those on our website later today. Baseball. The baseball regional begins tomorrow at North Greenville University, who is the host, and Wingate plays Belmont Abbey at 11 a.m., and LMU is scheduled to play Georgia College at 3:30. Stay tuned to our website and Twitter and Facebook for updates on those. The weather may play some havoc with that based on all the storms we've been having and our forecast to be getting the next few days as well. Finally today, as you may have heard, on Monday, the Supreme Court struck down a 1992 federal law effectively banned commercial betting in most states. This opens the door for legalized gambling to the estimated $150 billion in illegal wagers that are made on professional and amateur, i.e. college sports, that Americans make every year. This is huge news and is going to impact the world of professional and college sports immensely. I don't have time today on the Daily Dose to cover all the potential impacts, but one significant impact on the college side is that Nevada which has been banned from hosting NCAA events for years and years based on its legalized sports gambling, now becomes a player in hosting NCAA tournament events. And as you may know, the Raiders from the NFL are moving from Oakland or LA, wherever the heck they were most recently, to Las Vegas, and they're building a brand new football stadium there that will make AT&T Stadium, also known as Jerry's World, a home of the Dallas Cowboys, look like Six Flags when you compare it to Disney World. So imagine that venue hosting the men's Division I Final Four in a few years. It could happen, and is there a better gambler's paradise for a men's Final Four than Las Vegas, Nevada? Anyway, several articles out there that are discussing the ramifications of the Supreme Court's decision, and I encourage you to read them all. It's very interesting to see what could happen. The opinion itself is not very interesting. It's typical legalese stuff, but the ramifications of it are very interesting. But there's a New York Times article that I think explained the situation best, and we'll put a link to that in the show notes. And there's also a Lead One video talking about the impact it could have on college sports, and the states needs to support compliance departments on campuses to avoid point shaving scandals and all sorts of things that can come from this. So very interesting news. I would encourage you to read up on those. Now, for everyone's favorite part of the show, the famous sports quote. And based on what I just talked about, I thought this one would be good. It's from the fictional pool hustler Fast Eddie Felson, who was played by the late, great Paul Newman in two movies, The Hustler in 1961 and The Color of Money in 1986. A dollar won is twice as sweet as a dollar earned. This may be accurate, but in true NCAA fashion, I'll just simply state, don't bet on it. You can find links to all the stories I discussed in the description below and more on our homepage, thesac.com. Make sure you give us a thumbs up and share this video with your friends and family. Be sure to join us again on Friday for the next installment of the SAC Daily Dose. Have a great rest of the week, everyone.